Hi, it's me, Tammy, and I am sitting here in my room getting ready to do laundry. I have a basket there, I have another basket by the door over there, a bunch of clothes on the bed, and I'm getting ready to do laundry. Only problem is I despise laundry. In fact, laundry is the bane of my existence. And as I sit here folding, separating, I'm having self-talk. Self-talk is when you have a conversation with yourself, but it may not be reality, but for you it is. And you're telling yourself things that may or may not be true. Most times they're not true. And I'm thinking to myself, my family knows I hate laundry. Anyone who knows me knows I hate laundry. And I began to get angry and upset. And I began to think to myself, they must not care. They don't care about me. Every time they throw their clothes in the laundry basket, that means they don't love me. Now that may sound extreme to some people, but the truth is, that is what happens to a lot of people on a day-to-day basis. We have self-talk and we begin to attribute feelings and thoughts towards the people in our lives because of things that we expect from them and we don't get. Sometimes we verbalize those things, but most times we don't, because we expect that if people love us and they've known us, that they should know these things, right? That isn't always the case. And so as I'm sitting here with all this laundry, folding, and it just seems like every time I fold something, the kids throw something else in there. As I'm sitting here doing this, the Lord brought a passage to my mind, the story of Mary and Martha. And I'm like, Lord, okay, what's the point? I don't understand. Mary and Martha, the story about how Jesus was there with them and spending time with them, and Mary decided to sit with Jesus, listen to him, spend time with him. Martha, however, though, was in the kitchen trying to get stuff together, and she would get upset and she was getting angry with her sister because her sister left her in the kitchen. And so I'm thinking like, okay, I still don't understand, Lord, what that has to do with me and laundry. I don't see what it has to do with anything. And the Lord was like, keep reading, keep thinking, keep praying about it. So I'm like, okay. And as I kept reading the story and I thought about it, a couple of things actually did come to my mind. I'm like, okay, Lord, maybe you got a point. One point is we have expectations of the people in our lives, especially our family members, our friends. And we feel as though those people should know when we need help, how to help us, and the way to help us. And Martha was upset because her sister chose something different to do than to be in the kitchen helping her. Martha valued the things, the preparation, rather than the time being spent with Jesus. And don't get me wrong, because listen, everybody loves to go to somebody's house and have a good meal, because I know I do. But it was a great lesson, I believe, that God was trying to teach Martha, because that happened to be at the time one of the struggles she had in her life, was reorganizing in her mind. Jesus, meaning trying to help her to reorganize and help her to understand you have to prioritize life. And there are just some things that you can let go. There are some things you don't need to stress about. There are some things that, you know what, if they don't get done right away, it's okay. Have you spent your time with Jesus? Right? So for some of us, I know as parents, moms, or whoever, husbands even, we wake up in the morning and our minds are already going about what we need to do, what we got to get done, right? But we neglect spending time with Jesus. And I know there have been many times when I've done that and I end up being so frustrated and tired at the end of the day because I've falsified in my mind the idea that everything has to be perfect. And so instead of spending the necessary time I need with the person who's going to help me have the right attitude while I'm doing those things, I go for the ideal I have of perfection. And so that was one lesson I took from that. And then the other lesson I drew from that was learning how to communicate better and understand others better. Martha was really angry and upset with her sister. And she assumed that her sister should know what she needed. And instead of understanding that her sister also had needs, her sister needed to be with Jesus at that point. And so did Martha. Martha didn't understand it at the time. But there are times in our lives where we're the ones given the task to do the laundry. And others have been given other tasks to do. I have kids who are in school. My husband is busy doing his work, and and everybody has tasks to do. And you may not always like the task that you've been given to do. You may not always enjoy it, but hey, at the end of the day, it's what you've been given to do. And instead of spending the day being upset about it and angry about it and thinking about how other people are neglecting you or neglecting the task that you've been given to do, praying and asking God to give you the best attitude possible, to take joy in what you've been given to do, and ask Him, what is it that you want me to take from this? The honest to God truth is, though I hate laundry, you see all that stuff I gotta fold. It is during these times that I spend a lot of time talking with the Lord, and He talks with me. I know it sounds funny, maybe to most people, but it really is true. And so instead of spending my time being angry and having self-talk, right, and frustrated, take the time that He's given me to step away from some of the other things that I think I could be doing, and take some time to talk with Him and contemplate. Look at that. You want to come help me fold clothes? Okay. See what the Lord did? He even sent somebody to help me. Sometimes we do that too. We neglect the fact that God actually does have people there to help us do stuff, but we don't want those people. We want to be mad. Okay? So I'm rebuked right now. So she's going to help me fold clothes, and I want you guys to be encouraged and to remember to, instead of being angry and upset about the situation you're in, close. Pray and ask God to give you patience, to take away the self-talk, to be encouraging and loving, to utilize the people He has given you to help you, and to trust that there are times when you're going to have to choose differently. Maybe instead of folding the clothes right now, go and play with your kid. That would be nice, huh? Not going to happen. We're going to fold clothes. All right. Love you guys. And remember, above all things, you really, really are loved. Bye.